was a debacle getting a live stream started. Speed, the only channel on the internet where you can see unedited work on vehicles, restorative, some of it fun, some of it not as fun, some of it's tough work. But we definitely got our work cut out for us tonight. I squeezed into a tight spot. I got maybe 3 feet between me and this, the wall and this truck right here. But that's fine. You don't need to have a bunch of space. You need to have a space. We're going to start by pulling off the caliper here. Let's get to the goodies. We're replacing the upper control arm and upper ball joint. We're removing the lift, 2-inch, 3-inch lift spacer right there. Putting in new inner and outer tie rod. Tear down done. On to bigger and better things. And we're live again. I don't know what just happened there. I gotta figure out how to prop this light up all of a sudden. The light's an issue. Well, we'll go ahead and turn that like this for now. I think that'll work just fine. What do you think? Hey, we got one viewer. What's up, bud? Let's get back to work. All right, move the brake caliper. Of course, I'm going to do it the hard way by removing the top bolt first. Just kidding. You don't need to do it the hard way. I guess I'm just a glutton for punishment. I have electronic assist devices, but for some reason I'm not using them. We got a 2010 Chevy Silverado that had ridiculous 3-inch wheel spacers on it and a 2-inch or 3-inch lift kit or lift spacer, and it was just maxing out the geometry on the ball joint. So this is probably okay-ish. Not really. It's junk. So that's where that's going. Could have swore I brought over some wire. Where'd I put my wire? I'm getting old. Losing the wire. Okay. Maybe we don't need the wire. And pull off the brand spanking new. Oh, and loose bolts. I think smart move. Smart move. Yeah, you just. I think we could agree. It's smart to put the hardware back into some of these brackets, because Lord knows we're going to lose it. I think I lost one already. Maybe into the toolbox she went. You don't need to keep all your hardware. You just look for that when we're done. I'm sure it'll pop up between now and then. Search hard enough. '21 is way too big. I mean, 22 is going to be way too big. Which means that an 18 might be it. Oh yeah, that's the money. What's up, Jamie? That's an old lifter. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, definitely. Or girl, I'm not sure. The name could be ambidextrous, but whoever you are, I do appreciate that. Yeah, old lift kit, 2010. These guys were like, I don't know how to describe it. They just wanted to max out the stock suspension as hard as they could, and they definitely found the limitation. So I'll put that. That will do the bottom first one. Watcha! Oh, ah. All right, it's broken loose. You got to pull out your Karate Man voice whenever you got to break a bolt loose. That's kind of the #1 rule of being a mechanic. Is you got to have a good karate chop voice for when you. Hacha! Of course, you never want to do that. You never want to let them just dangle by the brake caliper. So don't do that. I know I shouldn't do that. I did that anyways. This truck came with brand new brakes, rotors, and calipers. It's pretty sweet. I think I officially broke this Walmart ratchet. Just yanking on, what was it, the ball joint? Probably the ball joint. Well, you can't win them all, you know? All right. Got the caliper bracket off. Just gonna throw those bolts back in there so I get the majority of bolts that I pull out of this and put them and be able to put them back in. You know, you don't need everyone. If 3 out of 4 wasn't gonna do it, four still wasn't gonna do it. You know. We'll just set this off to the side. Bum, bum, bum. That bearing is bad. Oh boy. That bearing is no bueno, and I didn't buy a second bearing. I have a second bearing, but it's meant for a four-wheel drive, and we're two-wheel drive, so we don't want those open. We'd like a nice closed bearing like this. Slightly different design, slightly different loads. No CV axle going through it. All right, where's my main phone? Here it is. Kept inside. Went ahead and pulled the brake and rotor off. I figure you don't need to see every time I got to do that. But, you could just watch that. If you want to, let me know. Anyways, I need to buy a second bearing. I kind of suspected this one was bad, but I'm like, you know what? Let me at least get in there before I can confirm it's bad. And yeah, this is most definitely a bad bearing. Now, while we're in here, since this boot is all ripped up and non-serviceable, we're going to go ahead and put another control arm on this side. Inner and outer tie rod, lower ball joint. It's basically getting the works. If this thing doesn't ride right, because I didn't replace the stock shocks on it, that's my fault. Oh man, I should be replacing those too. But I'm not going to. Not unless somebody asks me, or I feel like it, or they make noise. But first, let's get this thing not doing this. I figure I have $1,500 into this, and in order for it to remain a modern day in order for it to remain the modern day cheap truck revival, I can't just replace everything. I'm not doing a full rebuild on this because I'm really only doing the things that'll make it drivable and safe. And even now, I'm a little overboard. So I have $300, maybe $400 worth of parts into the vehicle, into the Silverado here. And I'm trying to keep that as low as possible. There's a good chance I'm going to need to put either bearings or an oil pump into it anyways, which is going to be $100 or $200 worth more parts. So if I could stay just $2,000 in it and it runs and drives nicely, I'll be pretty happy about that. All right. Let's start with the tie rod, which is going to take, let's play the game, which socket do you want to take? It's a loose fitting 22, which means it should be tight on 21. Oh yeah there, bud. So, employing the principle of I don't remember which way this spins. Be towards me, righty tighty, lefty loosey. I wasn't feeling making it more tighter. That might be what I was doing. Oh. Yeah. Smart. Good job, I think. Make it tighter, that's what you want to do. Whoop. this tie rod in here. I'm just going to go ahead and break the adjustment screw loose. Don't need it to be tight or super loose. Just going to work it back and forth so that I'm not having to do that. It's bad enough I'm going to have to get that loosened off of the truck. So now that that is loose, we go to pop it, and we're not reusing this tie rod unless it's in perfect condition, which I'm pretty sure I see the boot is mangled. So I'm going to hit it from the bottom, try and pop it up. There we go. I'm going to pull the nut off. You don't really ever need to use a pickle fork on stuff that if you're not keeping it, you don't need the pickle fork. Unless there's no other way to do it but the pickle fork. Which I understand, you'll run into situations where you have no choice but to use the pickle fork. Since I'm most certainly replacing this job, let's get the connector out here and unhook so we can pull the hub assembly out off the knuckle. Oh, gee whiz, mate. What are you gonna be a knucklehead for? Why is this so tough to disco? Well, I think I saw a spark there. There's sparks in the air. It must be love. Sorry. I digress. All right. What do we got here? CT Car Guy. ICT Car Guy. What's up, bro? Dude, still got a blacking plate. The bearing is bad. Yes, the bearing is bad, but nothing here is rusted or falling apart. The last hub assembly I pulled out on the passenger side literally fell out, and I'm hoping that that's a similar thing than what's going to happen. I'm actually at the point now where if I turn this way and find me a 15 mil, we'll crack the bolts on the back of this knuckle for the hub assembly, and let's see what happens. Oh. There we go. Numero uno. This guy wants to go this way. That's okay, Jose. Oh, queremos good. All right. And the last one here up top. I mean, just the fact that they all break loose. So cool. All right, so today, or well, in general, I bought this 2010 Chevy Silverado. It's standard cab, long bed, two-wheel drive. It's got a 4.8 LS for the 4L60 transmission. It's got a locking rear end, like a posi differential or locking rear diff in the trailer package. So, guy goes on Marketplace. I seize the truck. I think the guy wanted like $5K for it. You know, you got a lowball when you see the right one. So I sent him an offer initially for $2,500, and he said yeah. And I went and looked at the truck, and I said, honestly, man, it's way rougher than I thought, which it was. I don't want to buy it. And it was a good thing that I said no to it, because my trailer popped off the ball popped off the what is it? The tongue the trailer tongue popped off the ball on the... Dude, this bearing's falling out too. This is amazing. Look at that. The backing plate still looks brand new. It is still brand new. Set that aside. This is our bad bearing. We're not going to need that. Unless maybe we need a perch. Okay. So anyways, ended up buying the truck for $1,500. And I figured like that, I'm like, you know what? $1,500. Can't really go wrong. Even if the engine's bad on it. Well, it's not. I thought maybe it would have a head gasket issue or something like that. Hey, what's up, buddy? Yeah, I was hanging out with your brothers today. I think we all came to agreement that when you come to town, we're all going to kind of take a day off in unison and do something. So, yeah, good day. Did I forget my orientation? Probably did. Yeah, I was tightening that. But you know, that's how you do it on these jobs. You just want to over tighten them initially and then, you know, it's a spec. Anyway, so bought the truck for $1,500. Drove it home, really bad shake. Really bad shake in the front end. And it had these 3-inch wheel spacers on it and the lift. But these are stock. The upper and lower control arms are stock. I don't know if you have to replace the lowers, but definitely the uppers for a 2-inch lift like that, you're supposed to replace them. They never did it and just drove it for who knows how many miles this way. And, you know, just front end was shot. So went on the old Rock Auto, ordered all the parts for the front end on it. And I'm just going through replacing everything. It also, you know, it had a bunch of codes. And I think that it's losing all oil pressure once it warms up. Or it's getting really low oil pressure when it warms up. So part of that is either, well, you know, it could only be a few things. So I don't think it's cam bearings. Because it does climb, oil pressure does climb on it. But is that Buddy? No, that's not Buddy. But another buddy named Buddy. You know, like some guys collect Chads, I collect buddies. So, just doing all the suspension stuff on it, except for the actual suspensioning part. The strut right here. I'm skipping that because I don't think that those were a problem. And winner chicken dinner. And let's see what else. Yeah. So it'll steer nicely, and then I might have to put an oil pump or main bearings or yeah, something. I might have to tear the engine apart on, but it's pretty good, so it's worth it. There's still nothing wrong with it. It makes with 1040, it was making about 8-9 pounds of oil pressure at idle, so I think it'll be fine. All right, so the last nut here is this lower ball joint. So long as that's not spinning, which we'll find out, it wasn't very tight. So got that unbuttoned, and then we can actually start taking. Yeah, we can pretty much start pulling the rest of this apart. Well, I gotta beat these. Beat these two ball joints into submission so they come out. But now, effectively, there's nothing holding this together. So, hammer time. Maybe a little bit of get the jack here. We're going to support the very bottom of this control arm. Alright, that's good enough. Where's my hammer? Boom. Upper control arm is out. Not supposed to do that, Isaac. Let's see. I really had to use a pickle fork to get this guy separated on the other side. So I should probably just jump to doing the same here. But it's so much more fun. All right, yeah, we're gonna hit that with a pickle fork to get that separated. Oh, did I not bring a torch? Let's get a torch. This is, I mean, this not having rust. Look at that. I mean, everything here basically still feels like new. Looks like new. Totally fine. I'm not even spray painting stuff out here because it's not rusted enough for me to need to spray paint it to forget about it. All right, slight intermission. I'm gonna go find a torch to heat up the lower ball joint, and might as well get a pickle fork in there now. I'm gonna take the most impactful fork, eh? What's this big dude? Where's my Tanya Harding? Oh, right in front of me. This might not be with the right fork. That might be the right fork. I don't remember if I can't. Yeah, I came in it from the front. Well, she's going. Just keep pounding her. Left hand swing's no good. Is that the right fork? I don't know if that's the right fork. Oh, that's feeling better. Starting to get wedged up there now, which is good. Bust out the torch maybe, and warm up that knuckle where it should just pop right off. Nope, it's not the way to do it. Can break that knuckle. Right thing to do is find the torch. What's it got to do with that torch? What's up, boys?
Kind of been a bad situation, but otherwise we're good.
What do you mean?
Packers just lost.
Oh,
Got out of the playoffs.
yeah, I was watching the Bears for a moment.
Yeah, pretty bad loss.
Yep. Well, I'm just working the night away, trying to get this truck done. See, had to fiddle around with that long enough to get the torch in the right spot because I was burning a lot of rubber there. To get that bottom of the knuckle nice and hot and get to release said ball joint. Just hit it with my purse. I do have a 10-pound hammer off the screen for this, but I found with the last ball joint I had an easier time once I heated the sucker out. It took like 1 or 2 hits and it separated. So instead of swinging the hammer and making a lot of noise right now, I figured it'd be easier to just heat it up and yeah, get it to let go that way. And I'll just run it for a while. You know, she just needs to cook. All good, brother man. I'll take it. Yeah, just giving myself grief by deciding to do work. That's my special tie rod removing tool. That's all you need. A pipe wrench. And you get inner tie rods off, no problem. Anyway, so we're heating up the ball. You gotta heat them, especially with the inky dinky little propane torch. You gotta, I guess, heat it for a while. I do have the 10-pound sledge right here. That's made a reappearance. We'll see how long until I decide I need that. And the pickle fork. It'd be nice if the pickle fork did with it. Woo! Got a scorpion down my back or what? I don't think so. I think we're good. Man, this is really the only part I need to smack with anything. And then I'm not really making any more noise, so just trying to there she goes. Away she goes, folks. 10-pound sledge. Coming in clutch. A bit. Not too bad. But that's good. So, go ahead and lay this off to the side. Get our pickle fork, which is probably 1,000,000 degrees. Whew! Does it smell like something else in here? And there we have it. Our last true challenge here, the lower ball joint. And I think what I did last time is I pulled this guy out. Oh, not, we're a little too zoomed in for that. Let me show you. So what I did last time was pull the strut out and then the control arm, the upper control arm, unbolted, this from that. And then I went ahead and swapped lower ball joint. I guess it really doesn't matter which way I do the order, but I might as well get something up in here, There's a little spacer bolts that need to come out. So might as well work up top for right now. Basically done using a hammer. That's cool. I mean, a mallet, sure, because everybody knows new control arms don't just fit the way they're supposed to. Always got to massage them in, All right, so I'd like to listen to music, but every time I do, I get flagged. So kind of got to stay away from the music. An 18? You an 18 mil? You are an 18 mil. The hard ones are the ones in the back. And I could just cut this out. Let's be real. But I'm not going to do that. Well, that's fantastic, Isaac. Some sort of set of wires here. Then you get it out of the way. Yep, that's still in there good. Oh, there we go. She gave way. Maybe I was just at a better angle. I wouldn't call it finger tight. Oh, now it is. Now it's nice and loose. But it was fingerable. I can't see nothing. Literally can't see anything. That is not finger tight. Huh. That's not in the least bit a pain in the butt. Hey, dude, yeah. There's some cool stuff in Phoenix. That's the way to do it. I don't know why it took me so long to remember to do that. We just push on this guy up here. Boom, we got space. I might even be able to finger it. lock in. For some reason, it's not letting me go. Yeah, I was thinking of picking up a Chevy pick-em-up truck way down in Phoenix way for, again, $1,500, but that was a either 70s or 80s two-wheel drive manual truck. I'm sure it's sold already. These things don't last very long. My car goes up for sale. You know, if I wasn't so spasmodic with the wrench, I could really help myself out right now by using it. Open it, that's the way to go. Why am I so retarded with this wrench? Ah. I mean, I know why, I'm just not happy with it. I could go get an 18 millimeter ratcheting wrench. Honestly, the steering on the 900s, like this truck, such a breeze. Like, no idler arm, maybe a Pitman arm? No. Maybe. I don't think so. None of that stuff. So in my opinion, much easier to work with. Mr. Wire, why you get into it? Right, back to being retarded immediately. What is going on? We're getting somewhere now. That only took 10 minutes to figure out. And then you wonder, why do things take so long, buddy? Why you gotta be so spasmodic for? Whoa, dear bud. Now, we just got the front hole for your boot, which, even without working hard on it, whoa, you can be loose enough already. Don't drop it. Oh, this is exactly how you drop things. Oh, ta-da! Yeah, what's funny about this 900, they don't all come with 6L80s. This 2010 1500 with a 4.8 liter has a 4L60 behind it. Didn't realize it when I bought it. I just assumed I was getting a 6L80, and that is not the case. All right, we got to, they're probably 15 millimeters. I don't know why. I don't know why that would be. Yes, they are. I can't say it's going to be like this every time, but these bolts move like butter. It's like somebody's been in here before and didn't tighten anything down. Bum, bum, bum. The ball joint's still 1,000,000 degrees. Good to know. Just need to make sure I remember that. Quarter turn at a time. Bigger strokes. I have electrodigital things for this. And for some reason, I can't reach the 15 inches away to grab it. It's okay. Whoops. Cacciatori. Keep hitting the mount. Leave the phone alone. What is going on? Sheer excitement. And I think that one bolt that I just loosened all the way is still stuck in there with spite and hatred. So that'll dance. You know, the camera's kind of in the way. Unless I put you down here. Yep, it's the little things. Now those two bolts should effectively just drop out as soon as change the way she's loaded, you know. Easy there, bud. You're coming out one way or another. Maybe you should go that way. Yeah, maybe you should go that way. Maybe you ain't got no business getting launched this way. Maybe I should put a nut bag on up here, just in case. Okay. Well, it seems to me. Well, that's totally bottomed out. Yeah. I don't know why that's so difficult. That shouldn't be so difficult to unsprung. At least I don't recall fighting with the last one quite this much. Decepticons. Form an alliance. Well, that's nice intention, so we're just going to kick that out that way. Woo! Well, broke her sternum, but I think we're okay. Again, not supposed to hang. Not supposed to do that. Isaac. Shoo, buddy. Got it, didn't we? One way or another, it will get done. So I think not supposed to be all mad at life still. We're supposed to just kind of do our thing and then move on, you know? I don't know why this side is considerably more angry than the other side. And something tells me it's going to drop. Everything? Everything. Well, I'm live streaming. Whoa. Now that I've let that caliper, I might need a new soft line. I don't know. We'll find out when we get there. Anyways, the spring is out. So this right here is that spacer that I was so fond of. Not really, but somewhat. There we go. Luckily, they are not very tight in there. Am I not getting anywhere? Because it feels like I'm not getting anywhere. Yeah, it feels like I'm not getting anywhere with those. That's weird. It's not stripped or anything. That one worked itself off the right way. I have no idea if this is doing anything. It might actually not be doing anything. What is different about you, sir, from your brethren? That might have done the trick. Okay. It has been returned to stock form. Let's go ahead and set you on the side. Moving along. All right. Where is my marker? Oh, I don't have one right here. I need a marker. I need to mark my control arms where they these alignment dowels or set screws or whatever they're called. So I'm just cleaning up next to them so I can make some markers with a Sharpie. So when I take it apart, I can put the new one in. It'll be at the same, similar. I'm still going to have to take this for an alignment, but I don't want it to be totally off. So stand up, open the garage door, and go find a marker. Be right back. Hookery! Oh, I hope I didn't forget anything else. Anyways. Get some better light in here just for this. Okay. Not my best work, but it'll. The Quinn ratchet came with the truck. That's the funny thing. So I was going through the glove box, and lo and behold, a couple of goodies inside of there. What did I do with that ratchet? What did it? Oh, I left it in it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh. All right. Breaker bar, oh breaker bar, where art thou? Oh cheater bar, cheater breaker. Did my wrench just let go? Oh no, she's free spooling. Oh, we got her back though. You know, the free spool of death is never what you want. So I'm going up tomorrow to go pay for and possibly snap this 94 Accord, I believe, here in the neighborhood. One of the benefits of the rust-free cars, original hardware is still fully intact, usable. Threads are perfect. Very minimal, like light surface rust on it. So cool. And pocket. Saves on the pocket as well. So what you want to do is get some movement on your arm. Just give it a wiggle, and I'm trying to get this outside adjuster, crescent, half moon, candy shaped, without prying on it too hard. It should want to walk itself off if we do it right. We're not doing it right. Oh, come on, buddy. We're not doing it right. Red band. There we go. Oh yeah. Let's give up the ghost. Clean them up, they'll go right back in like nothing ever happened. Control arm removed. You know, I didn't do any checks. Oh, man. That's junk. Put that in the junk pile. What about the lower? Oh. That's junk. Wow. Glad I'm doing this. That's junk. Can you hear? The up and down? No bueno. No bueno. Man, the rust free. Fantastic. Kind of do feel bad not everything. Maybe I should. Maybe I will get to painting. It's been a while. Oh, dude, yeah. I think the first and major repair that's going to happen is a timing belt replacement, which didn't look that crazy. I mean, not the hardest job out there. So, none of these jobs are hard. All this stuff is relatively straightforward. Unless it's a Jaguar, and then it makes no sense. So what am I doing now? Dun, dun, dun. Lower BJ. Removal. Okay, so this one is pretty straightforward. There's a couple of places if you look real close, right there, and right there. Might be a couple more. Might be 1, 2, 3. There might actually be a series of these. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 in the rear. Where they peened or pushed over the metal on the top of this cup, over. And the only thing to do there is to grab a hammer, some sort of chisel, and deface it so it pushes through a little easier. So right here in the front, probably going to lose the light in this process. Something's going to happen. Sneeze it out. That's one side, it looks like. Here is another. I thought I brought wire to hang. Oh, I see the wire. Let me hang this caliper out of the way so I can get a little better smacking angle. What? What are you talking about? Ooh, cold water feels good. All right, all-purpose wire over the top of this beefy control arm. Sorry, sway bar. Beefy. Get up on there. Yeah, that's how you do it. Get that over here, and then you twist them up. Once, twice. And then you have done your job. We're good. Oh hammer, where art thou? Oh hammer, oh hammer. I don't need to make that a bigger deal than it is. That should be good. Ball joint press time. Doo-doo. Here's a towel. No, you're a towel. No, you're a towel. For sure, that's the way it's done. And that's the way the news goes. Okay, I'm not mad at it. I might not understand it. Well, I'm not quite mad at it. Let's make some changes. Is that Timu you see down there? Or Leon? Yeah, this is the O'Reilly's rental flavor, because I destroyed the Harbor Freight one. Kind of seems to happen a lot with things I own. What did I do with the other side? I did I did heat this up last time on the other side as well. And it seemed to help, so I think we're going to do the same thing this time. I'll torch Reno. Gonna open the garage a little bit and get some fresh air. Not totally, just right about there. It looks inconvenient. Then I need something to push on. Oh, what was that? Are there ducks flying around? It must be geese. Is that not the perfect height? What's happening?